Hi everybody, I'm Julie. I'm an indie filmmaker. You can learn more about me below as far as my website. This is a review of, I went to 3 Evan+Zane concerts. I thought they were great. And this is a review of those concerts. Spoiler alert, I'm sure you're on the edge of your seat, but I thought all 3 concerts were amazing. Surprise, surprise, I thought they were great. Because I am a fangirl. Okay, so stay tuned. I'm gonna give a review of the Evan+Zane concerts. You're gonna love them. And I try to post on my Instagram little snippets of the concert. And I think they're basically like an indie band. They're not like signed to a major record label. So I think they try to go to as many cities as they can for anyone out there who hasn't had a chance to see them. So I think they really do try to go to as many cities as they can. It's just like they're like an indie band. So I will, to all the fans out there that want to go to their concerts one day, I will get you through. Enjoy this video, and hopefully they do stream. They have a stream on sale right now for their website. At their website, they did a Halloween stream, which you can buy for like 20 bucks and you keep it forever. But I know they try to go to as many cities as they can, considering they're an indie band. So for anyone out there who hasn't had a chance to go see them in concert, here's a video for you. Enjoy and keep the dream alive. One day you will see them live in concert, for sure. And if not, in the meantime, also enjoy the streams, because the streams are great. So, okay, stay tuned. This is going to be awesome. So first thing I want to say is, you guys, I've probably made like, I have my computer right here. You guys, I don't want to be some weirdo on the internet, although, hey. I guess we're all weirdos on the internet, but I've made a couple of videos about Evan Rachel Wood. So what I did want to say is that someone left a comment. One of my videos like a year ago, I made all my videos about Evan are positive, obviously. This one's gonna be, but someone left a comment on my video a year ago about one of my Evan Rachel Wood videos. This is public displays of Anderson. Shout out to you. You left a comment about Evan Rachel Wood. You said, this is going to be positive, you said, she's my crush as well. How can you not adore someone so talented and intelligent and, of course, beautiful? And this is what he I think he's a guy, not to assume gender, or pronouns, but, and then he said, I wish you, to me, as an indie filmmaker, I wish you well on your journey to becoming a filmmaker. So thank you so much for that comment, public display of Anderson. I'm a smaller YouTuber, so these comments mean so much to me. So thank you so much. So okay, let the awesomeness begin. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is, like, when I like a band, I like having the swag, or like I'm looking at a bunch of action figures. Like when I like a band, I like to have the swag. So for example, this is MXPX. They're like a pop punk band that I really like. I'm gonna get to this. Okay, why I have this. Okay, but first I'll start with the Evan+Zane swag that I have. They used to do photo ops. I'll get to that. Okay, and the structure of this video, I saw them in Denver and then LA and then New York. So I'll put chapter times below. Okay. So the first time I saw Evan+Zane in concert, no. I saw them like 3 times. I'll link to the other videos I did. I saw them in San Francisco 3 times within a year. So that was a good year. I did a photo op with them. Okay, so they didn't have merch yet. So what I did is I went to one of those websites where you make a t-shirt. So I made, those of you who have seen my other videos, you've seen this t-shirt before. But yeah, I made a t-shirt. This is the Evan+Zane t-shirt I made. And the photo op was in San Francisco at 2019. Okay, so, and then they have merch now, which November 15th, I'm gonna buy merch. So I actually have it on my calendar. So in the meantime, I know Zane is like, Zane Carney, he's an indie artist. If you look up Zane Carney on Spotify, he has like a bunch of music. And then fun fact, he was on a show called Dave's World. I think that's cool, when he was a kid. It's on YouTube. Okay, so, because everything ends up on YouTube. So, in the meantime of there being Evan+Zane swag, Zane has swag. So I ended up getting a Zane t-shirt, Zane Carney, and this is when he did a Black Friday sale. Oh, all his fans are so awesome, like on Discord. So shout out to all the Zane Carney fans. Yeah, I'm on his Discord. It's a great group of people. Okay, so yes, I went to the Zebulon, Los Angeles. That was the venue. So I like getting, that was really cool. So I got this, that's the Evan+Zane t-shirt, and on the back it says Halloween 2023, Evan+Zane, Los Angeles, Zebulon. That was a really great show. Oh, I know perhaps I'm like a demanding fangirl. Perhaps I'm a demanding fangirl. But okay, the reason I have my MXPX hat, and this is my MXPX vinyl, that's a pop punk group that I really like. I noticed that in the Halloween live stream that Zane put on an Evan+Zane hat, but I didn't see the hat on the website. So I hope maybe for the holidays, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, I hope for the holidays that I would love for that Evan+Zane hat to end up on the website, because I have a bunch of hats. I like to wear hats. Sorry if I'm like a demanding fangirl. Yeah. Okay, so, alright. Yeah, anyway, so, okay, now I'm gonna do a review of the concerts. Okay, I'm gonna talk about this in a different video, but I don't know, the timing was perfect. I really needed like a pick-me-up, and so, I don't know, the timing was absolutely perfect. So, my review of, oh, I forgot also, as far as swag, here's the CD. I really like the CD. The CD has like banter in it, so I got this December in Los Angeles. Their Dreams concert in December. So yeah, I have the CD, which is really cool. I play it on my DVD player. Okay, and then they came out the vinyl. I know, I'm a fangirl, and then it is blue. So I just want to show this to people that it's blue and it's pretty. Okay. Okay, sorry guys, it's like a Saturday night. It's not that late, but it is like a Saturday night. Okay, I wanted to do this because I was at the OKComputer show in New York on a Sunday night, and I thought it was an amazing show, so I just wanted to like explain that. But first, let me start with, so they did a show in Denver. I did a podcast about it, so I will link to my podcast below. But in Denver, this would be September. So September, I bought my tickets to the LA show in October before I bought my tickets to the Denver show. Yeah, so I bought the LA tickets. Yeah, okay, so but Denver, I was like, can I do this? And I checked, oh, by the way, I'm not rich. But I had a great conversation with my older sister, but I'm not rich, but I'm single and I don't have kids. So, yeah. So, but Denver, my family lives in Colorado. So I looked it up and I was like, you know what, I think I can do this. I checked with my family. I was like, hey, my little sister. And I said, hey, can I crash at you guys' place? You know, just in case they had stuff going on. And they're like, yeah, you can crash here. And I was like, awesome. So I went to Denver. They actually live in Colorado Springs, which is like an hour away from Denver, but no biggie. And yeah, I went to the Denver show. Okay, so I did a podcast about it. I will link to it below. But I really liked the Psychedelics theme. It was at the Convergence Station at Meow Wolf. A great venue in Denver, Colorado. Okay, a great venue in Denver, Colorado, and it takes place at Meow Wolf. Meow Wolf is immersive art. Meow Wolf is immersive art in Denver, Colorado. I would totally recommend it. The show was only like $25. Great venue. The venue does this really cool light show, and so that was really cool. I really liked the list of songs, and then I really liked the aesthetic, the outfits. Evan looked really cool. Like she was wearing like a t-shirt dress and this really cool jacket and these like iridescent boots. And Zane was wearing like a little space type outfit too, because the theme was kind of space, psychedelics. I guess as a fangirl, I like to enjoy, I hope this isn't weird. It might be too late. I'm a weirdo. But I do like what do I like? Okay, I enjoy eye candy or whatever. So Zane was wearing this like sheer shirt, so it's kind of see-through, and I thought it looked good. I don't know, whatever. So, but I'm pretty much gay and pretty much attracted to women. But yeah, I like Zane's little sheer shirt. It looks pretty cool. And it's very spaceshipy, that kind of thing. So it was a really great show. And speaking of psychedelics, it's so interesting, but I'm gonna do links below. But so I'm gay, blah blah blah. I'm also like a spiritual person, blah blah blah. I've made videos about that. But it's so interesting because there's a church. It's called Grace Cathedral in San Francisco, and they're very progressive, but not. I hate to say the word progressive because conservative and progressive, those two words have lost all meaning because everything's so bananas now. But anyway, okay, Grace Cathedral is a very LGBTQ affirming church. They're very like advocating for helping the poor. They're just a good church. They give good sermons. Grace Cathedral, San Francisco. But anyway, they have a sermon, I'll link below, or an interview where they talk to a minister who talks about the spiritual elements of psychedelics, i.e. psychedelics can serve a therapeutic, psychedelics can be therapeutic for people who have trauma. So I've never done psychedelics myself, but also like it's all good. So I will link to that video below, and then I know you guys are thinking that sounds so tutti frutti, but trust me, like Grace Cathedral is like a highly respected church in San Francisco. So you'll see. I'll link to that video below for anyone as far as psychedelics. So, but yeah, I had a blast. I hung out with my family. I went to the show. I put a bunch of videos on my Instagram, so I'll link to that below. Oh, I'll maybe put a picture here, yeah. Okay, so it's too late. I'm a weirdo, but Evan does this thing where she smiles to herself, and it's really sweet and cute. I also want to say, like, for sure, like, Evan and Zane are very badass. They're like 100% badass, and also they're, you know, they can be cute and sweet. So yeah, she kept doing this thing where she smiles to herself, and it's just very sweet. I got it on camera. Yeah, I'll put the picture here. And then what was really cool, like, of course, Denver, Evan and Zane always attract a great crowd. It's usually like bisexual, queer, lesbian women, and then just really cool straight guys, and like it's just a great crowd. Usually it's always a great crowd. They attract like a really fun group of people. Oh yeah. So it's really sweet when Evan kind of smiles to herself. She does this thing, she's being kind of shy, I guess. The lighting was so bananas awesome. So there's this part where the lighting was like pink, purple, and blue. Two women dating each other, a couple in front of me, they yelled out, "Yeah, bisexual lighting," right? Like super supportive and nice. Evan very sweetly like smiles to herself. So it was very sweet. And also badass. They're very badass. So that was really cool. So that was the Denver show. I had a blast, and the theme was psychedelics. Okay. Hey everybody, it's Sunday. I shot all my stuff yesterday on a Saturday. I just woke up and I haven't combed my hair yet, but one thing I forgot to say about I haven't brushed my teeth yet, but you can't smell me through the camera. Okay. But I just want to say that one thing I forgot to say about the Denver show is when Evan was playing, she said that she said at the concert that she had felt sick, and so they had to give her steroids, which is what they do for singers. So she took, you know, I've heard that before as far as singers doing that. But yeah, she said she had to take a shot of steroids so that she could perform the concert at Denver back in September. So that's really sweet of her. So yeah, she's awesome. Evan and Zane are awesome. So just wanted to include that tidbit. Okay, love y'all. The Los Angeles show, yeah, the Los Angeles show was awesome, and I'll show you the shirt again. I got it at the venue at Zebulon, which was cool. Yeah, the Halloween show, that was super fun. Evan looked amazing, like red dress, and little devil horns, and then you know, on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I know on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, a great show, sometimes the demons, because that show had nuance, sometimes the demons or devils, like, or vampires, they'd end up being good because that show had nuance. Anyway, so so to me, she looked like a very sweet devil, I don't know, but also very badass. So she looked great. And then Zane had on an all-red outfit. I'll link below the pre-show guy. I think his name's Charlie, but I will link below and put the thing here. He was great. He was an organ player. He was great at revving up the crowd. You know, and then he could sing. Woo, he could sing. And then he gave a shout out to Zane and Evan. He's like, if you got friends like Evan and Zane, you're good. And then he said, hey, if the group of people you're around isn't good right now, he's like, find a different crowd. So he's just giving a little motivational speech while playing the organ. He was great. He played Jurassic Park, and then he played some Halloween stuff. Then he sang. He played Britney Spears. I mean, he was great at just warming up the crowd. Then Evan+Zane came out. He played organ. They had a drum player. They had a bass player. Yeah, Evan+Zane were wearing red. The backup band was doing like a skeleton makeup thing. That looked really cool. I'm going to do a podcast about my Los Angeles trip in October. I had a blast. And it was a good show. Oh, okay. So I'm going to tell a joke. Like, Zane's kind of zany. Oh, by the way, I took a shower. Yeah, I took a shower. Okay. Zane's kind of zany. So Zane did this thing where everybody was having a good time. Like, people were dancing. Like, the crowd, again, it's an amazing crowd. It was sold out. Oh, I met this really sweet guy. He was so sweet. Like, not a creepy vibe at all. He was so sweet. So we were waiting at the stage, and then I talked to him in line, and he was showing me all these pictures of Evan+Zane, and he did a photo op with them. Not to harp on her trauma, but you know, he's like, yeah, I did a photo op with them. It was so much fun. He was this really sweet guy, and he was like, you know, she doesn't do photo ops anymore. She's like, and then he said, like, she did a documentary called Phoenix Rising, and then she said, like, yeah, like, her ex-boyfriend from Phoenix Rising, she's like, yeah, he messed it up, like, ugh, that guy. That's what he said. That's what the sweet guy said, and I was like, I know, because luckily I got a photo op too. I can put a picture here, but I got a photo op too where before her ex-boyfriend from Phoenix Rising ruined everything. So, yeah, what an asshole. Okay, but let's move on. Let's keep it positive. So yeah, but he was saying that. He was a really good guy. And then he kept showing me pictures of different photo ops he'd gotten with Evan. He's like, hey, here's another one. I was like, great, keep them coming. Because, like, we were waiting for the music to start. So we're like, yeah, he said he had all these, he lives in Los Angeles, so he had all these cool pictures of Evan. And I was like, yeah, I'll look at all of them. So that was sweet. I guess he was a fan boy. He was older than me, so fan man? I don't know. So we were fangirling together, if you will. That was awesome. Sweet guy. Really sweet guy. So it was great hanging out, talking to him. Hi everybody. I shot the footage yesterday on Saturday. It's now Sunday. Still haven't brushed my teeth. I'm disgusting. So I'm trying to get the editing done, and then I'm gonna do my clean routine. Okay. So I just realized, okay, Zane was being zany in Los Angeles, so I did want to tell that story because I think it's funny. Okay, so the show in LA, so hyped up. Everybody was like having so much fun. It was just great. So Zane he's just having fun playing. Evan's having fun singing. The band's having a great time. So here's what Zane's being zany. Zane walks over to the drummer. They're about to do a song, and Zane's like, yeah, let's do this, this, and this. And the drummer's like, okay. And then Zane walks past Evan, and then he just starts the song. And the drummer and the guitar player, they're like, they know what's gonna happen, but Evan doesn't. So then Zane stops, and he's like, oh wait, I forgot to tell Evan. I forgot to tell Evan what the plan is for this song. And then he literally is like, whoops, I forgot to tell Evan. So then Evan goes, you know, because Evan's hilarious. So then Evan goes, yeah, well, I'm only the fucking lead singer of the band. And she's saying it very jokey. So he's like, whoops. That's Zane being zany. So then he walks over and he lets Evan, the lead singer, in on the plan on how they're going to start the song. So I thought that was hilarious. And it was just funny. And then, yeah, and Evan and Zane are awesome. Okay, back to, yeah. Yeah, so that was the show in Los Angeles. It was so much fun. Halloween music, good Halloween vibes, just a lot of fun. So that was Los Angeles. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about New York. And so what happened with New York City, this was in the first week of November. What happened was my friend, she's a working actress in New York. Shout out to Trisha. And I messaged her and I was like, because I looked it up and I was like, I looked up airplanes, and like Spirit Airlines was like not expensive, and then it's super safe. I've flown Spirit like 3 times. I've always had a good experience. So for anyone out there, Spirit is a great airline. And they tend to have not expensive tickets. Their tickets aren't expensive because they're like no frills. Like they get you from point A to point B, like no frills, and that's why their tickets are not that expensive. So anyway, so with New York, I messaged my friend Trisha. I was like, hey, this is super random, but if I came to New York City to go see a concert, could I like crash at your place? And she's like, you can crash here, totally. And I was like, yay! And then she had like this small guest bedroom, but it's really nice. And yeah, and so I'm not like putting her out and that kind of thing. And I had so much fun hanging out with her and her partner Brian, and they have a little daughter. Trisha was gonna go with me to the concert to New York City, but then she was like, I think I'm gonna be really sleepy, and I was like, valid. So the thing I wanted to say about I want to make sure that Evan and Zane are okay. So and I'm sure they're fine, but I wanted to explain because it's interesting subconsciously, like, so the show in New York City was OKComputer by Radiohead. They did the whole album. And I think okay, here's what I'm gonna say. Like, sometimes I'm too jokey, like that's my personality, but this isn't me being jokey. It's just with, so with Radiohead, OKComputer, like, that album's kind of like sad or existential, you know what I mean? So it's like, subconsciously speaking, I guess I bought a ticket to like, be sad. Also, one time I went to a Tori Amos concert in college, and I absolutely adored it. At a Tori Amos concert, in my experience, you sit and you listen. Sometimes you stand up and you listen, but then you sit and you listen, and it was a great concert. Tori Amos is phenomenal. But I know, like, I was like, oh, it was different. Like, when I would go to, like, pop punk concerts, you, like, jump around and you're all over the place and you're, yeah, it's just a different vibe. But it's still a good vibe because Tori Amos is, like, a legend. So with the OKComputer Radiohead, so I bought a ticket to hear OKComputer by Radiohead performed by Evan and Zane. And that's what I got, and I was a very happy customer. So, but I wanted to explain, I think collectively, the entire audience, we came to feel sad, to be contemplative. So I think like Evan and Zane came on concert, they came on, what stage? We all got food, and yeah, it's the kind of venue like it's called Chelsea and Table. And the food, you have to buy food basically. I mean, twist my arm. I have no problems buying and eating food. So I was like, you don't gotta tell me twice but I think there's like, you have to buy at least $25 worth of food, and I'm like, okay, I can do that. Okay, again, I'm not rich, but but anyway, so I went to, but I do okay. I don't have kids and I'm single, so you know. Okay, okay, and then the guy next to me, he was super nice. He was really cool. He was from Long Island, and he kept going on and on about the dessert, and I was like, well, okay, well, I gotta have dessert. So I got a cocktail and dessert. I guess I bring up the food thing because I was like, is that weird for Evan+Zane because they're performing, giving, like, you know, pouring out their heart and soul, and we're sitting there like chowing down. Like, is that weird? I was like, is this weird? But this is what we're supposed to do, right? Okay, so Evan+Zane get on stage, and we all like clapped like calmly, and then we sat and waited. And I think, here's what I want to say. I think we all came there to feel sad because OKComputer's kind of sad. I also think after the global pandemic, OKComputer hits different. And I also think like OKComputer's not like a raw concert. Like Halloween's like a raw concert. Like they did like spider webs and you can dance around and stuff like that. But I feel like OKComputer, you sit there calmly and you like listen. And so I thought it was great, but it is the kind of music where you're literally sitting there and then you're thinking to yourself, and it's introspective, and it's like if you had a journal, you know, stuff like that. So I think with that's why I feel like that's why the audience wasn't super rah because OKComputer is more of a you know, it's an introspective album, you know what I mean? So I think everyone was sitting there introspecting, so because then Zane was like, oh, I just think Radiohead is awesome. And we're like, yeah, we do too. Oh, Evan+Zane got on stage, and Evan was like, she told a joke. She's like, okay, get ready to feel sad. That was funny. Or she's like, get ready to have an existential crisis. So that was funny. So I think Evan+Zane kept trying to, they were being jokey, making sure we were having a good time. But it's like, I feel like everyone was having a good time. We were just, it's interesting. We were there to be sad. And I'm okay with that, you know? Evan+Zane made a comment like, oh, like the energy's off. Yeah, Evan made a really cute comment about astrology and something about retrograde. And I was like, yeah, but I think we're here to be sad. Yeah, because I thought the concert was phenomenal, personally. And after the concert, then Zane said, thanks for coming to the show. And then, oh yeah, and then Evan made a funny joke because they did the whole album. So there's this one song off the album that in the original it's like a robot voice, and they did a good job doing that song. And then Evan made a joke. She's like, okay, here's the part of the album where while you're eating, like, what? That was a funny joke. But I thought it was great. I thought it was great. I didn't think the energy was off. I just thought the energy was sad, but we were there to be sad because it's OKComputer. Because once this show was over, I asked people, and folks were like, it was great. Everyone was saying how awesome it was. And then this lady next to me, she was like, she was saying, oh, I really like the show. But she didn't smile once, which is totally okay. But she's like, yes, this is how she said it. She said, I really like the show, and I really like this album, and I really wanted to hear this album sang by a woman. But she didn't smile once when she was saying how much she enjoyed the show, because the album's so contemplative. So she's like, yeah. And then I could see her. She was going into her headspace of introspection. So yeah, I thought, anyway, so yeah, everyone I talked to really enjoyed the show. So I just want Evan+Zane to know that everyone really liked the show. Yeah, it was a good show. So it's just OKComputer's like, everyone was there to kind of be sad and introspective, and you know, so yeah, great job. Okay, so I thought it was great. Oh, the last thing I wanted to say is the last week of December, I took 3 days off at work, and I took time off, so Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So I went to the LA Evan+Zane show, and then I went to a personal development conference with Brian Burchard called Growth Day. So I took 3 days off, and then I went back to work on Thursday and Friday. I'm lucky that I have a boss who let me do that. So that following week, it was on a Sunday, I was able to go to the concert, and then I was able to fly back on Monday, but I had to take that Monday off too, so the following week. So they did a show in Connecticut, and I totally would have gone to that show, like 1000%. It's just like I was kind of pushing it with my boss, so I took 3 days off in the last week of October, and then the following week I took another day off. So luckily my boss was really nice about it, but I was like, I couldn't push it too much with my boss. So like legit, that's the only reason I didn't go to the Connecticut show, was just because you know what I mean? I can't, I need to be nice to my boss. because she's my boss and she's a really great boss. So just wanted to say that. So yeah, I'm still a huge fan of Evan+Zane, and I think they're great. It's fun to be a fangirl, and yeah, to anyone out there, like, hopefully they'll make it to a city near you. If you ever get a chance to see them in concert, totally go do it. If not, they have a stream on sale, like 20 bucks on their website for fun time. So yeah, Evan+Zane's a great concert. It's actually, both of them got me more back into them and MXPX, back into playing guitar. I'm looking at my guitar right now. So they're a great band. If you ever get a chance to see them, that's great. Anyone out there, it's fun to be a fan of stuff. So like, it's okay to like completely fangirl over stuff you like. It's fun to be a fangirl. So yeah, it's cool. Alright, so thanks so much for watching. Evan+Zane are a great band. To anyone out there who's a fan, we are kindred spirits. So y'all are awesome, and yeah, have a great night. I'm Julie. Website down below if you want to know more about me. I'm an indie filmmaker. Okay, good night, y'all. Enjoy the music, y'all.